Hi everyone, it's Dr. T here, and I'm coming to you from my Mogul universe over here where we are making top level realities, turning leaders into moguls, businesses into empires, and companies into dynasties who really transform society and elevate humanity. And the biggest way that we do that is to upgrade people so that they have a top level of flow the way that top business moguls do. People who can make really big realities and they're so gifted and talented with flow that they are able to flow a lot and a whole universe runs. They're running their own universe. And since we're all reality makers all the time making reality, it's important that we continue to get upgraded. It's important that if we want to go for a certain reality, that we upgrade our system into actually being functional for that reality rather than just go working all the time. And your system may not even be upgraded enough for that reality to happen, no matter how much work you do. So we really help people to mogul up, right? To be a top mogul, a person that is influential, a powerful, influential person that is a steward of top reality. And we do that on so many levels. And one of the ways is by pointing out the things that are getting in the way, right? Because anything that's blocking you is blocking flow and blocking the flow of reality to happen for you. And in order to run an empire, a dynasty, in order to run a halfway decent reality in this day and age, you got to be able to flow the reality that you intend and know how to do that, who to do it with, how your system best works with different people's systems, and what about your system individually and your system of your reality, which includes your company and all that, is having or not having flow, right? Because however much it's flowing in creating your intentions is the level of flow. And so we help people to be at their top mogul self and to mogul up into more elevated flow states within themselves, within their teams, within their partnerships, within their families, in order to create an entire system of flow so that both people's operating system and then the way that that is creating their reality system is operating at its top level. And so I just want to share some more on a subject I've been really sharing about lately, which is about really the pain of being an entrepreneur and the pain of being able to take it to the mogul level where for some people, they are just flowing so much that the flow just takes them with it. And for some people, they have to be programmed into higher flow. And to be able to program them into higher flow, you have to know areas where flow is not happening. And one of the things that I see that is the real pain that entrepreneurs experience, or newer moguls, or these, what we call moguls in the making, is that their aversion to pain or their aversion to dealing with something that is needing to upgrade within themselves is so great that it just ends up showing up in their company. And so what happens is what goes on in all of humanity, unfortunately, is that people feel a sensation of discomfort, really what is some form of pain. It's some sort of an intensity, could be low level or higher level. And having leaders be able to 100% face whatever is going on in their own system and the system of their company, the system of their reality, and really easily know how to make an upgrade to both and to have that happen really quickly, for flow to be restored and flow to get higher and higher, is the only way that a person, a human, can ascend through their trajectory as a mogul and beyond, and the only way that their company can grow and their business can become an empire and their company can become a dynasty. And yet, I see how little this subject is talked about and what the pain is that we must grow through in order to navigate what is in our programming, making that other problematic material reality happen, and literally do surgery on it in order to ensure that the very person leading that reality and the top people leading that reality are flowing at the top level so the whole reality can flow and it becomes a flowing growth system that just keeps expanding and expanding with ease. And this is how there's so many people that can have 67 companies, same 24 hours a day, is because they are in a level of flow that keeps making more flow and more flow. What happens is if you can navigate and tolerate each level of discomfort in the upgrade, in your own ascension, then your company can do the same. Okay, so whatever it is that is causing that reality to happen, it's really a function of people understanding that the baseline for any reality and to make it what we intend it to be and to make it grow is that we can allow flow in. So allowing flow in is the system we want to be on. Otherwise, we're in the pain of like a grinding system, which is brutal. Then there's effort rather than flow. And then when there's effort, that stops the growth. So we got to be able to move through the discomfort of where any given moment is needing a level of facing that growth, just right as they say, right in the thick of the growth edge, because it gets edgy, and then rise up on into that next level, because the discomfort is only because you're actually in the proper moment of growth, but most people move away from it, or most people get resistant of it or frustrated. And when you understand that you're feeling some level of discomfort or pain because there is a massive aspect of your own self to be upgraded, and then you actually learn how to do that with immediacy, it's a game changer. And now you can both flow and therefore you can grow, and then you can scale whatever it is that you want of that reality, which can be anything that you want. So I just find that, and I've just constantly growing in this in my own capacity to flow. I find that the number one thing that keeps the entire species from growing, our entire human race, let alone people, let alone leaders, from having the kind of growth that other leaders have, is because of their relationship to the discomfort and the type of pain that can show up in these big growth moments that need us to move all the way through them, to rise up and ascend into the next level and that echelon and make home there. But people often think that the discomfort is going to hurt them because it's very sensational and intense. And then the stress is resisting the intensity. The stress isn't the intensity. It's never the intensity of the growth. It's the resisting of it. That's where the pain comes in. But when you recognize it's just a sensation, doesn't have to have a narrative, it's a sensation. And you go deeper into the sensation, which is like, okay, this is the moment that is occurring for the growth within me to happen. When you just are present to it and get so good at like, this is what I am facing. This is the moment. This is the ascension moment. This is this part of the video game. What always happens, and I find this is what, like, watching always our clients give birth to that next new level of reality, is because just like when somebody is giving birth to a child and is feeling the contractions, if they run away from the pain, the creation is stuck. But when they literally move into the pain, they then actually move through the sensation, and beyond that, the creation can flow, which is what the birth process is. So it's often that people find the pain so uncomfortable, searing, difficult, or I got to go here, I got to go there, I got to subdue it, I got to, go avoid it, distract myself. Becoming present with these types of sensations and becoming masterful with them, what I always find, and I find this, I love to see this for our clients, is that at the moment the pain seems the most unbearable, but you hang with it and you give it the intention that the new reality is you're intending it to be. Right? So say in place of unbearable is shareable. It's very shareable. Beyond what one thinks they could not handle, or like somehow this would break you. Beyond that whole theory of reality that somehow that pain is always going to break you. The truth is that for the highest people in the highest ascension, they know that it's going to break you open and break you through to the next level of reality and just awaken you. And it's right beyond where you just think there's no freaking way I could possibly hang with that. Right? And then you start to go over here. Now we're going to go here. Now we're going to go there. Now they're going to retreat. Now we're going to distract. And then there's 5 trillion things that a person is trying to adjust when this one thing, this is really, 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 this is the must of being able to make this shift, is being able to allow flow to come in, to manage the energy of all of it. Every bit that it's coming in is opening you and expanding you, because the only thing that's happening with that discomfort is that somewhere in your system throughout your lifetime, you felt discomfort, you contracted, you tensed, you just got used to it, and it made an energetic blockage in your energy system that is just designed to receive. It's designed for you to be a receiver and a flower, and a receiver and a flower, and for reality to make itself through you. So when people can handle being present to it, staying connected to the intentions, and all in for them, like all the way in. None of this, retreat this, buffer it, soften it, just avoid it. No. Because this new reality is doing everything it can to birth itself through you. And that can be why it feels uncomfortable, because it's huge. It's amazing. Here you are wanting to bring in a high level reality, and it's got to be able to come in and completely be with you. So you are that good at flowing it. It can't come in if you suck at managing the flow and get a little and react to intensity. Rather than that, so if you react, you contract, rather you open up to the flow that the discomfort is doing all that it can to try and be. Because our original design, when we go over your human design with you, which is something that we utilize to make sure you are a leader in flow at the mogul level, is your design is designed to flow. But anywhere where there are any aspects of yourself that are in the way of that, and ones that you have literally no idea about, these are the ones that through the process that we do, we know. And then what we do with them is we help you transform them into flow. Okay, so it's got to be high levels of willingness to move through each ascension that discomfort brings with shifting and raising your company into a dynasty, your business to an empire, and yourself, of course, first and foremost, into the mogul level. Okay, if you want help with that, everyone, click the link here and let's have a chat about you being able to mogul up and be at the top of your frequency, the top of flow, and be able to just manage an empire dynasty level reality. Okay, and how we're gonna get you there. All right, it's a very valuable chunk of time that you get with us that is so life-changing. It's perhaps one of the most important chunks of time you will ever do. Okay, we look forward to chatting with you. Thanks, everyone, and take care.